My name is Nevaeh Tafa and I'm 10 years old.
My name is Moni Tafa Tuimavave and I'm 14 years old.
My name is KJ Amun Tafa Tuimavave. I'm the second oldest.
My name is Jeremiah Tafa Tuimavave and I'm the middle child and I'm 16 years old.
Yeah, Talofa, I'm Linston and I'm the oldest out of my siblings. Where to start? To be honest, trying to write a speech for my dad. Yeah, trying to write a speech for my dad was pretty tough. Just when I try to find some time to write stuff on paper, I just start tearing up. The bond, the eldest son and their father, because after that, the rest who come along, it's all different. So to me, my parents know this, to me I always felt like I was raised differently to these guys. You know, I was raised with a fushipao and these guys were raised with a wooden spoon. So it was a bit different. My dad, he was a loving man. Oh, he is a loving man. Sorry, it's not a funeral. Yeah, at a young age, my dad has always been a loving man, always been tough. His way of discipline is a lot different to a lot of people. It was definitely an eye-opener. You know, looking back at it in hindsight, looking back at it now, you know, as I'm older, you know, when I was young, my dad, at a young age, he used to take me to my trainings at Point Chev. I used to play at Point Chev. I lived down the road from Bay Roscoe, but I wanted to play at Point Chev to be with my best mate, Desire. So he would take me from Central all the way to the west side, over to Point Chev, and we'd get stuck in traffic. Those were some of the earliest memories. If he didn't take me to Point Chev trainings, then we'll be training at the Three Kings, the hill behind Three Kings Library. You know, I thought as we move on to Australia, we could start a different training style. But I wasn't long till my dad fell another hill. But this time he wasn't running with me up that hill, he was watching from the top. As a young boy growing up in Oz, footy is a big thing with every kid's life in Australia. Making every rep team, that was definitely a good experience, but it was also an expensive one for my parents. Yeah, so my dad, in order to participate in these tournaments, they used to cost like 5 to 6 grand to play in these tournaments, and my dad sacrificed a lot for me to play, knocking on people's doors and asked them to cut their grass for extra cash, just so we can have an accommodation to stay wherever I play, whether it's up north in Mackay, Rockhampton, or down at the border of New South Wales. My dad did everything he could to make sure I play in those tournaments. And then there's this one tournament that I remember, and it's, I think I was 12 or 13. And before this tournament, my dad used to take me up to this hill, and he'd make me run it, make me do 10 laps every time. And I went to this tournament, and I was the fittest I ever was. And fortunately enough, I got picked for the Queensland side. And that was always a goal of mine that year. And you know, my dad helped me achieve that goal. And I remember after I got picked, all the parents will come up and they'll find their son, take photos of their friends that who made the team. And I just remember my mom, he got me and my mates. My mom took photos of us, and I just remember thinking, where's my dad? And if you guys know, my dad was never someone who would watch the games of in the crowd. He would always stand by himself. He was that dad that doesn't want to talk to the other dads who are cocky about their sons. He's always someone that likes to keep it low key. And after I took those photos of my jersey, I was looking for my dad, and I was on the other try line, and he was all the way on the other try line. I spotted him because he was wearing my cousin Bunty's Warriors jumper. And I remember I was like, oh, this guy's gonna make me run all the way there. So I ran to him, and I remember thinking, in my head, I thought this guy's reaction was gonna be all smiles and laughs. But when I got close to him, he gave me a hug, and he said he was proud, and he started crying. And I'll never forget, because that moment I was shocked. I was like, man, this guy's crying. You know, and the last time he cried, when he hugged me, was before we moved to Oz, and he promised us that he'll give us a better life. And that's something that I always remember in my heart. Just the moments like that. A man of many words, but he's a man of action. And for that, I am a representation of him. Not so much like my mum. My mum's a little bit outspoken for me. But Dad, happy birthday. I love you. I don't say it often, but I do love you. And cheers to another 50 years, Dad. Love you.
It's funny, eh? You know, after everything that all us mums do for our kids, like we sacrifice the most for our children, but they always pick their dads. I swear to God, I'm the one that put everything on there. But anyway, sa'olele siakama. I don't know, where would I begin with my dear husband? O se kangaka o Kosema, ele o se kangaka kaukala. Me and him are two different people. I'm a very, very outspoken, outgoing, friendly person. Like, I will just mingle with anyone. Doesn't matter, young, old, doesn't matter. But my husband, he's not like that. He's very quiet and very private person. Of course, Emma, he was born on 7th of Jan, 1976. But you guys want to know the truth? I was born on the 4th of April, 1974. Kusala, e mo wa ko lo limas fulu ya han. Mele mo wa ko muri kenge matsu. Anyway, you know, we had an amazing relationship. In New Zealand, it was hard, tough, both working. Ele lava fa so o kus falele e o ka vale lima ka. But you know, when we moved to Australia, I tell you, you guys should all move to Australia. To be honest with you, move to Australia, better opportunity for your children and for your families. You know, my husband works long hours. Peole molimau le tali. Ko se mai fia ia pe a ova, ale ni ova, e sauli fale fa me wale ova foi maka whenga wenga. And then I said to him, what do you need it for? You know, I rather want you to come home because he starts at 5, finished at 2 in the afternoon. But sometimes he starts at 12, midnight, 1 o'clock, and finished whatever time during the day. You know, he loves working. He loves his kids. He's such a good father, a good husband. O loko luele os kangake kaukala. Ama osemia, ama ko wole ka longan mafangau. Kusala makeo ma ole ngali. Ai o akule baka ele se ko e ba ko esele me wati sapia ai. You know, he never ever fa pe wa maku ku fa akasima ka poa e ka longan mafangau. E ka ngolo le baka so e le kona ya no e ko se mai la fia. because I'll be screaming my lungs out. I'll be all over the park. I'm pretty sure Lemoli Maui Rim Kafarelli, you know, the Toa Samoa game. Did you guys watch it? Did you guys see me on TV? Yeah, nah. It's how I Queen, my Brisbane, Louis Sydney. Eva, eu cole ai, mas esse é beating, ale Queen. Yeah, le foi la, ole asa whanga o siya kolo, ai le pipi mai male Queen no mai I. You know, my girlfriend Anna goes, eh, ele oso asa whanga, ole asa whanga o feel, but it's okay. But anyway, honey, thank you so much for everything that you've done for our family. You know, whakakai le li'i whaamangianga ese, e o mawai ka lima, o ngā I lo'o waka li kongunga ia ke a'o ai mo ka ngaka osi ainga o lo ko ruas ka ngaka e osi ainga kausi makua o ke whawhikai ai le ali'i e leo ni vi inga ai si I pele vi inga mal whawhitai le ali'i I whaamangianga o foa I mai mo tātou lima ia mo tātou whanau and you know ka ko ainga oma lea Se mai le koe umise kala, paule mea le anga whawhikai le li I ngai o aunties, my uncles, I myself Rev, my Mel for coming. And I also like to welcome and thank you all my families and friends, everyone that helped out, especially my nieces, Jessica and Betty, this decoration, Sophia, Vanessa, everyone and my husband's family. You guys have put a lot of effort to make this place absolutely look amazing. Se amaya se pati tele na fa mole afetaila like na aina. You know, ole we're not supposed to have a birthday for him. Ole kongwa ya sa ku makioi America. He didn't want to cancel le whaingole langa asawhango I Australia because he wants us to go to America. And that was the plan. Ai ke wavili mai a Linston a lamaki Samoa le mako family reunion. Whamai kama mom, I think we should have Dad's birthday in New Zealand. O whaku wai, I whamai, because all his siblings and family are in NZ. Le mako family reunion nga whai the end of last year. Le mori mau ia My kids have seen how spoiled. My husband is such a spoiled man by his family, by his siblings, his sisters. Tua whaafine o loto o lua mai kukuila, Kile, Amelia, Anga. O Anga o le si second mom le o loko o lua. I would like her to come and say something about Kosema. Kosema is very spoiled. And this is why I say to my kids, you know, their family just let him do whatever he wants. Family reunion. Linston goes, Mom, I can't believe, you know, Uncle Palema went and got Dad a coconut and he's young and he's eating. Auntie, you know, it's amazing. I'm glad that my kids have witnessed that, how spoiled their father is. That he is such a spoiled man. And I am so grateful to have a great husband like my husband. Honey, happy birthday. And I am so sorry for the surprise. But I hope you enjoy it and you have a great time with our loved ones, our families. Whawhetai tele, ele ta ele o matofati for coming along today. Thank you.
Ai makova ai ku Facebook ku vai aso ku kua. O lai se ikalo mai kua ai no ai ai vai le mako fainga ku ngo ai vi no Facebook. Lo le mafau fau. O le fkalenga ia view o le makai o le mako ainga. Au bako vai ku ngala fa ai no le news. Bako ai ni fa mo le mole la po ala kama. O fa mai ai la wa umanga fa maka mai le kao ya le fa mo ta se vai ai. O le queen ai mo fo ma avere king i kansan. Hai se pati mo ai ni. Hey hey. La era salvo sa. For no little joy. For my what's in that's on my bed I live for no. pati mai le ofia o le moni maua tina ia aiwi ia po le tausi fo ia aiwi ia mala tari ia Linstent. Ia,